Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whenever you might be listening to this. This is the Buzzcocks
Podcast.
Podcast. I am Bert,
I'm Clay.
and we're here for week 9 of the NHL season and all of the stuff that happened therein. Actually, I have a little news to talk about this week for once,
Only
NHL.
a little bit.
Only a little bit.
I
But,
got nothing other
well,
than
you have a signing, but
that's it.
yeah. Well, the two of the three things are just general stuff. So that I have. But before we start that, Clay, what art thou drinking?
Uh, and I'm drinking Nepenthe Brewing Company
Nepenthe.
Cryomancer. Uh, Based on all the freaking ice that we've had up in
That's what you get for
Buffalo.
moving to fucking Buffalo, dude.
Right. That's I made choices. But it's a drag. It's an ice dragon, or it's more of a
Ooh.
worm, just because he only has
Yeah.
two legs.
Look, dude. Only nerds like you and me are gonna complain about whether it is a dragon or a worm
or Wyvern.
or a wyvern. Yeah.
Um, so this is out of Baltimore, Maryland. When my friends came up to visit, and he brought beer, so I got Baltimore beer the next 2 weeks.
Nice. Nice.
Um,
That there
I
Baltimore
actually
beer.
had not had this brewery before he came to visit, so this was
Oh, that's
a
fun.
nice new
That's
beer.
always fun. One of my friends just sent in our like high school because I talked to like three guys from high school still, and he sent in our group chat that we still have. He was like, "Oh my God, Dancing Gnome, which is a small brewery in Pittsburgh.
Hmm.
I think I took you to it actually."
You did.
Um, he was like, "Look, it made it to Cincinnati." I was like, "What the
Oh,
fuck?
that's
Come the
crazy.
other way." Because
So,
it's a really good little brewery.
so my friend Matt's
Shout out Matt.
review of this, it's like the best quality brewery, one of the best quality breweries
Mm.
in the city. Selection is crap. It's only
Oh.
IPAs, but those are good IPAs.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Like, probably the better breweries around you, if you have breweries around you, are the smaller ones, right? That
Yeah,
are not like pumping out hundreds of thousands of gallons of beer, right? They're probably the little
yeah.
ones that have like, yeah, we have 50 of these cans tonight. So,
But like, I'm still upset because well, like, both the Guinness plant closed down
hmm
only a couple years after it. Like, they still have the tap room, but they moved operations to New York State. They still make the Baltimore Blonde. They still call it the Baltimore Blonde, which is some crap. Um, but then also like one of the big Maryland breweries, Flying Dog, moved up to New
oh
York
yeah,
State, but they still sell themselves as a Maryland beer because I can't find them anywhere. But they're
that's
still doing
that's
all of
so funny.
their
Their distributor is still in Maryland, I guess.
yeah, absolutely.
That's funny. Um, well, we talked about a bunch of other beers. The beer I'm drinking tonight is from Fat Orange Cat Brewing, and it's called Baby Elves. It is a
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Christmas hazy New England style double IPA. We might have drank this on the podcast before. It's
I think we
possible.
have.
Uh, but yeah, that's not bad
Uh,
for a
that
IPA.
that worm artwork is by Mike Moses at the Drown Town.
Oh, shout out.
Yeah,
Maybe we should start doing that,
it's
shouting
cool.
out the artists.
I
Well,
do when it's there. When it's there, I try to.
let me see if this one has it too. Doesn't look like it, at least not readily on this can. Oh well, it's really cute artwork on the Fat Orange. All of the Fat Orange Cat beers have
Yeah,
cute
because
cat artwork on it.
it's cat based.
Cat based,
Um,
yeah. All right, well, let's get to it, shall we? Why don't you do
yeah.
your news first?
All right, my news is Ryan McDonough got a shoot. It not on it. His extension's 4.41, 4.1 million for 3 years.
That's fine.
I don't know how
I
I
think.
feel about it.
I mean, I think it's. He's definitely taken a step back in recent years. He's not
Like
terrible yet,
the
but
four, the four is not the problem.
yeah, the cap hit's not the problem. It's the length. Even at 3 years, I'm like, that's pushing it a little bit.
3 years for a 36-year-old
That's what
who's
I was
losing
gonna
a
get. I was
step.
gonna guess he was 36 or 37. So, uh, I mean, it's nice of Tampa Bay to take care of their guys, right?
Yeah,
But he could also just be LTIR retired in a year,
at some
you know.
point.
So,
Yeah,
because that's gonna happen with a lot of these long ass contracts. Well, not a lot of them, but like some of them, they're gonna be
right.
like, well, so and so signed a 7 year contract when he was 35, but he's going to be retired for 4 of those 7 years.
Yeah,
LTIR retired for 4 of those 7 years. But I wonder if they're going to like not let teams do that in the future. But
there's a chance.
hey,
Yeah,
that can't happen until the next CBA, which isn't until 2030, I think.
right.
So, uh, and it's not that big of a deal. I guess they're just like the guys are still getting the contract paid out. So I don't know, and
Well, it's
everybody
just
knows
covered
that
by
guy.
insurance.
Yeah, it's just covered by insurance. So like, maybe the league and the PA doesn't actually care about it because they're just
Yeah,
like they're still getting that money. It's covered by insurance. Everyone knows that guy's not going to be playing. We're just kind of giving him a contract until the end, right? So
yeah,
you know what? Now that we talked about it, I could see them not actually giving a shit about it, right? It still eats a contract spot though on the teams.
yeah.
I think 50 is the limit for contracts they can have, but there's other ways to get around that, right?
That's it. I'm done.
Okay, that's it. For that's true. For news, I have Cal Foot, one of the players that was found innocent for their gross doings.
Acquitted.
Acquitted. Sorry, acquitted.
There's differences.
There is difference. You're correct. Acquitted of their
Of,
nastiness
of the grossness.
earlier this year. Has signed an AHL contract with the Chicago Wolves, who are Carolina's AHL affiliate.
Right.
So that is the
It's
second of the 5 players to come back to a team, at least sort of.
but remember, it's just an AHL contract.
Yes, it is not an NHL contract, so I don't think he can be called up unless
He cannot.
he signs a full NHL contract. So he's
Hmm.
just on the Chicago Wolves, and that might be where he stays. So he wasn't particularly good. He wasn't like a superstar anyway.
No.
So whatever. It's I guess just a paycheck for him.
I
Um,
think I think the only one who is, I mean, of the ones who were any good were Carter Hart and Dylan Dubé.
yeah, Carter Hart was by far the best of the. It was 5 of them, right? It was the
Yeah.
best of the 5 of them, which is why he got signed by the King or not the Kings, excuse me, the Knights. Um, but I don't know. Cal Foot's fine. He was a fine player, but whatever. They were acquitted, so
Yeah.
what can you do? The Olympic ice is I just saw before we started recording confirmed to be 3 feet shorter than NHL ice. But as much as Bill Daly complains or whatever he's doing, they're gonna go. I don't think the NHLPA is gonna not go.
Also,
So
they mentioned this weeks ago. Why is
yeah,
this sudden? This is suddenly in this past week a blow up.
I
Where like
I don't know.
DeBoer mentioned it and like
I'm not sure. I'm
why
not sure.
why
I
is
think it's just some fluff and bother
why
by
is this?
the
It's
NHL.
not a
But
surprise. They told us this.
yeah, and I mean, look, if it's really gonna be a huge deal, I think we discussed it last week. There is an ice rink in Switzerland
Yeah.
that they could play on that is NHL ice. But
Right. Like
whatever,
it
just
just
they could play. It's fine. They never hit each other that hard in the Olympics anyway. It's kind of like a gentleman's agreement. I feel like so I like, and I saw I saw Nathan McKinnon was like, "Who fucking cares that it's going to be shorter?"
absolutely
So
like
that's one of the
they don't
top
care.
players going. So they don't care. They're gonna go. So I whatever the reason is for the fluff and bother by Bill Daly, I don't think it matters really.
Yeah. It just it does not make sense to me that
They haven't gone since 2016, right?
This is a huge. Well, it's also like, why are we
Or
acting like this
2012.
is a surprise?
Why do we act
Like,
like we care that
yeah,
much?
yeah, be concerned that the rinks aren't close to being
Just
ready,
make sure everybody is
and they
like knows,
and,
right?
and they won't have time to do some of the testing that they would have liked to. But the fact that
Oh,
the rinks
Italy.
are smaller,
Who cares?
it's not a surprise.
Who cares? Yeah, who cares? Just go play. It'll be fun. Nobody's gonna care once you get there. Um, my other piece of news, not really a piece of news necessarily, but we discussed, I believe in the preseason, late last season, when the new CBA was signed, that there is going to kind of be a soft trade deadline,
Yeah.
75 days before the actual trade deadline,
Yes.
because you can no longer trade guys in the same day. It has to, excuse me, you have to make a trade, and then he has to be on that team for 75 calendar days before
Yep.
he is allowed to be traded again. So
Yep.
that is approaching faster than I even realized, because technically that day would be December 21st. However,
Ooh,
there is a Christmas roster freeze that happens
that's
every
true.
year that goes into effect midnight December 19th, which means
That's
that the
soft deadline.
soft trade deadline is the end is 11:59 p.m. on December 18th. I don't know that we're going to
Wow.
see any trades. I really don't.
I
But
I don't.
maybe. I saw again today that apparently the Oilers were really engaged with the Penguins about Jari.
But they don't
Um,
want to. But Penguins
but the
aren't
Penguins
retaining.
don't want to retain. I don't know if they're just using that as like a bargaining chip or whatever. But
Yeah.
and I wouldn't want to either. He has 3 more years on this contract. Not honestly, the cap hit if you retain it, it's like 2.75 or something like
But it's
that.
the
His
retention
contract, his cap isn't that high, but it still would take up a retention slot for 3 years. So I
Yep.
would understand that coming as the Penguins. And also, Tristan Jarry's playing pretty well. So do the Penguins really want to trade him? Because the Penguins are in the playoff hunt, currently, anyway. But also, the fact that he's playing well, we all have watched Tristan Jarry play. He
Yeah.
only does it for so long, and then he crashes and
Mhm.
burns.
Mhm. Mhm. Sell
So
it
if
while it's
they
hot.
really want to sell it while it's hot, around now would probably be the best time to do it, especially if Edmonton is getting desperate, right?
Right. So like, um, Vancouver. Talking about trades, Vancouver obviously talking a lot.
Yeah,
Because they are the last.
last
They're
place
last
overall,
in the yeah, I think they're last place overall.
or
Um,
no, Nashville
and
might be still in last, but
they're
they're close to
definitely
the
in the
bottom.
Pacific.
Yeah,
They're definitely in the Pacific. It is. They have 25 points. Nashville's last overall.
Nashville's last overall.
But
Game in hand
they
on
want.
Vancouver, though, and only 1 point
Yeah,
behind them.
that's true. They want a like a first round or like a decent or player for Kiefer Sherwood. Uh,
Sorry, say that again. I was
they
reading a
want
text from my vet.
they want a first or a decent player, a roster player for Kiefer Sherwood.
That's ridiculous. That is a ridiculous price. I would never pay.
And Kiefer Sherwood's scoring is kind of dried up.
Yeah,
So
that's not.
like,
I'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is like the best year this guy, or the best like 3 months that this guy has ever had, ever.
I mean, no, he ended last year strong, but yeah, no, like
Well,
he
okay,
had,
like
yeah,
collection of like this is the best calendar year he's ever had, ever.
there it is. Yep.
And you want a first
You
round
want
pick for him?
first?
Teams have done dumber things.
Yeah,
Like
but
whoever traded, I think it was Colorado, traded the first round pick to Philly for what's his face that I kept saying was not worth. Sean Walker was it? Was it Sean Walker, the defenseman? Walker, the defenseman.
Walker, yeah,
Um,
yeah, Sean Walker.
that I was like, nobody should give them a first round pick for him, and then
Well,
they did because Colorado was in like the President's Trophy area, and they were like, we'll
mhm.
just take him. So somebody might do it eventually. Like one of the higher
Yeah,
ranked teams might do it eventually, but
for depth,
for
but
depth, yeah. But like that's a crazy price to pay.
I mean, Toronto should never trade
Toronto
with
should do it.
Boston. They don't have first. They're gonna look like
I know they traded it for Brendan Carlo.
they've traded it for Brandon Carlo, and now
Why?
they're looking currently
What are they like sixth, seventh in the division?
sixth in the division with 30 points, tied with fifth and seventh.
Well,
But
they're so lucky the East is still so like smushed right now.
mhm,
But but once everybody plays their games, it's not going to be as smushed anymore
no,
because there's several teams. Pittsburgh and Philly are the two that I can think of off the top of my head that have like 3 games in hand on almost everybody, or 2 to 3 games in
yeah,
hand on everybody. Um,
um, yeah, it's not gonna be a smush. But right now, it's a tale of two conferences where
yeah,
the East is smushed and the West
the
is
West is starting to separate.
stretching.
Yeah, it's starting to separate. Which thank God, because I was like, if do we have to do this all year, where we're like, well, everybody in both conferences except for like the bottom 2 teams is within 5 points of each other. That would
Yeah,
be the weirdest season ever, right? If the well, Colorado, it can't happen with Colorado, but
yeah,
you know what I mean though. But like the third place and 12th place are separated by 4 points, which I think it might be in in the East right now. Um, if that happened all year long, insanity, right?
there's only 5 spots separating last place
Hmm.
from a
Every
wild card
team
spot.
in the Metropolitan Division is
Nope,
over 500.
it's 8 points.
That's still
How's
not that
math?
much at this point in the year, right?
How is math? Math is mathing.
Math is hard.
Yeah, yeah, it is 8 points separating.
That's
That separate last place from
that's
the second
still
wild card
that's
spot.
not that much.
No,
At December, that could be we're not even halfway through the season.
no,
So, oh man, the East would be crazy because even first place in the East right now, who is Washington, I think.
yes,
If I did the math while I was doing my notes, Pittsburgh has 3 games in hand on Washington, and if they
yep,
win all those 3 games, like we always assume until the games are played, they would be ahead of Washington.
yeah,
So like that's still how close it is.
yep.
Insanity. Anyway, so soft trade deadline coming up. We went off on a tangent there, but
It was fun.
we'll see. We'll see if anything happens in the next 10 days, 11 days, I guess. 10, 11
Yeah,
days. We're recording this on Monday, as we usually do. Want to hit me with your injuries?
yeah, sure. Did I forget about those two? Yep. Let's start with the Pacific. Vincent Descharnais for San Jose is out week to week for an upper body. Keo Joseph of Vancouver is day to day with an illness. Elias Pettersson's day to day with an upper body. The forward. Um,
Oh, mm-hmm. I'd be
and
interested to see if he gets dealt, because I know there's been rumblings about it the last couple of years, but
yeah,
Vancouver
um,
is in. It's just terrible this year so
right, but
far.
he's got 11 million cap.
There's some teams that could eat it, you know.
Yeah, that is
If
true.
you make it work correctly, there's some teams that could eat it.
Colton Sissons for Vegas is day to day with an illness as well.
Okay.
That's all the new injuries in the Pacific.
What was that, like 3, 4?
4.
That happens sometimes. You know what? I like weeks like that where there's just like not that many injuries.
That is nice. Yes.
Yeah.
For the Atlantic, a little bit more. Callahan for Boston is going to the IR for a lower body injury. Mason Appleton week to week for a lower body injury. Montembeau day to day for illness. Ottawa
It's that
day
time
to
of year.
day.
Flu season.
Oh yeah,
Get your flu
Eller
shots, everybody.
day to day undisclosed. I got mine.
I got mine too.
And then this is a big one for Ottawa. Shane Pinto is going to the IR for lower body injury.
Yes.
It very much hurts them. For our Tampa Bay undisclosed,
They should
we
change their
have
name to that.
Kucherov is currently listed as day to day, and I think Vasilevsky just got put on the IR this morning.
Ooh, no good.
Again, undisclosed.
I was wondering why they had a bad week. I know they had a bad week.
He played one game.
Yeah.
Like they still lost it.
Maybe it's still maybe it's a nagging injury.
Maybe.
you know.
Toronto, Joseph Woll going back to the IR with a lower body injury. He has not been able to stay healthy this year.
Mm. Yeah, that's
That's it.
really bad for Toronto, who
Yeah.
is already floundering.
And already without Stellars.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe, I mean, he doesn't play gold, but maybe he should have kept Marner. Just throwing it out there. Something's up with this lineup. It's not working.
Something is up with this lineup.
Not working. All right. So for my injuries, Chicago, Teravainen, day to day, teeth. Just said teeth on the website, which I thought was funny. He might. It probably. I don't want to look it up either. He probably got some teeth knocked out from either a shot or a stick.
Or a stick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For yeah.
Real quick, an update. McAvoy has lost 20 pounds since taking that shot to the face.
Yeah. Well, he probably couldn't eat. Yeah.
His jaw is wired shut, so
Still?
he is just
Oh. I
just
mean,
been on a
he's
soup
just been
diet.
on super shake diet, I guess.
Anything through a straw.
Gross.
But yeah,
I
he's lost 20
never
pounds.
want to break my jaw. That's it. Honestly, I could lose 20 pounds though. For Colorado, Brindley, who I believe was on the injury report last week, is headed to the IR this week with that lower body injury. For Columbus, Olivier, also on the injury report last week, headed to the IR this week with an upper body injury. For Dallas, Bichelle, again, last week, but he is on the LTIR this week with a lower body injury. And unfortunately, Tyler Sagan's done for the year.
He's done.
He tore his ACL.
His career.
Well, we'll see. You know, I hope he comes back, but my man tore his ACL.
I think this is the last.
This might be the last season of his contract.
Exactly.
Well, he's headed to the LTIR with his torn ACL, which I assume he probably already had surgery on.
He's missed so many games these last 3 years.
You know, if he had stayed healthy, he might. I'm not going to say he would be Hall of Fame bound, but he would definitely be Hall of Very Good.
He's got one more year after this.
He's got one more year after this, okay. But, yeah, it's a bummer for him. So, hopefully he comes back and he plays next year. But,
yeah.
Bummer. Yeah, really, really bad. Labushkin, day-to-day. Lower body injury for Dallas. For Nashville, Barron, headed to the IR. Lower body injury. Weissblatt, headed to the IR. Upper body injury. Perbix, day-to-day upper body injury. For the Islanders, Duran, day-to-day back. Excuse me. And Pajot, day-to-day upper body injury. Back injuries are not fun.
Especially in hockey, because you need that.
Yeah, well, you need it. You need it a lot more than you think just in general. So
you need it all the time.
As a guy who called out of work for his back earlier this week, or last week, excuse me, it's not fun having back injuries. For the Rangers, Edstrom, day-to-day lower body injury. For Philadelphia, Forster, headed to the IR with an upper body injury. And York, day-to-day upper body injury. For Pittsburgh, Malkin, day-to-day upper body injury, which sucks because the big boy line was finally going to be reunited because Brazeau came off of IR.
Gotcha.
But then Malkin didn't play their last game, which sucks. I've been joking with my mom because when we were watching hockey together when I was visiting her, we kept seeing that Arby's commercial for their like steak bites. I don't know if you've seen it. They look.
No, I have not.
They look awful. But like I kept making the joke because it's like three dudes who are all over 6'5", and I was like, we got the meats line. It's the meat boy line.
Meats line.
Day-to-day Malkin. For St. Louis, Tarapchenko, who I believe was on the injury report last week, headed to the IR, just as leg injury.
Oof.
And Kyrou, day-to-day lower body injury. Utah, Logan Cooley, day-to-day lower body injury. His knees are made of rubber.
I saw that he is out indefinitely now.
Oh, did they change that? That sucks.
They changed that.
That is more in line with what I saw happen.
What I saw, my God.
The fact that they just said day-to-day, I was like, are his knee ligaments just made of some sort of elastic material?
I mean, the fact that he
went into the net
helps.
Yeah, he went into the net. He hit the side of his knee.
Did you see the Zach Ertz injury this past day?
No, I'm not going to look it up. Football injuries are horrific.
It looks the same. His
Uh,
knee bends the
oh,
same
you know
way.
what? I did see it actually. Now that I think about it, I did see it. He so back to Cooley. He went into the net. Nothing like dirty about any of this. He just got
No,
upended.
they just feet tangled.
Yeah,
That was it.
and he went into the net, the opposing net, and his knee, like the side of his knee, I think, hit the goalpost, and
It
bent in a
full
way that
hyperextended.
your knee is not supposed to bend that way.
Yeah.
But the fact that he, I think, got up and skated off the ice is insanity. And you know
Yeah.
what it is, Clay? You know what it is, Clay? That's that Pittsburgh toughness right there. Because my
Shut up.
boy is from Pittsburgh. That's that blue collar Steel City toughness.
Uh,
But no, okay. If he's out indefinitely, that makes way more sense.
that makes way
Um,
more sense.
I hopefully he recovers quickly because he's only like 20. So
Right.
we don't want players having knee injuries when
And he's
they're.
been killing it. Like
Oh
he
yeah, he's been
should
ripping the
like
league up this year.
he's one of those like kids that's just like, hey,
And like
you should put him on
maybe
the
he should
Olympic
be
team.
on Team
He should
USA. Yeah.
he should be on Team USA.
Maybe not with this injury, unfortunately, but we'll see. Maybe it's not too bad.
Hopefully he
Maybe
just
he'll be back in
contuses it
a
again.
couple of weeks. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, because he dodged a horrific injury.
he
What, a week
dodged
ago, 2 weeks ago?
not 2 games ago.
Yeah.
Literally, it was like 2 games before.
So
It
hopefully he
ended
can
up
dodge it
being
again.
like last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it last week, but
Hopefully he can dodge it again because I don't want anybody to have knee injuries. They sound awful. For Washington, Surdif just said sometime with a lower body injury. So never know what that means.
he's sort of hurt.
He's sort of hurt. Yeah.
Oh,
Carl, excuse me. Carlson day-to-day lower body injury, or I'm sorry, upper body injury. For a bit, this is a big one. Leonard, their outstanding young player, young forward, excuse me,
yep.
headed to the IR with an upper body injury. Hopefully, nothing
Yeah.
too serious. Charlie Lindgren headed to the IR with an upper body injury as well.
Leonard was in a sling after last game.
Okay, so maybe it's just
So
like a shoulder strain or something like that. But,
yeah, hopefully, but
and he had a good week this week too, I gotta say. So that
yeah,
sucks that he
well,
got hurt. He's
he
having a
kept
good
his
year,
head.
just in general.
He had his head down around Truba.
Oh, it was
That's
that hit.
it was that hit.
I gotta tell you though, clean hit.
It was a clean hit. It was
Gotta give
absolutely a
Truba
clean hit.
credit. It was a clean
Yep.
hit. There was nothing
Um,
wrong with that hit. I remember seeing it on the hockey subreddit, and I was like, "Oh, what did Truba do?" And then I watched it. I was like, "Nothing. That was just a hard hit."
well, and because those are the ones where I argue, like, yeah, the face was the principal, kind of like that first.
Sure,
point of
but
contact.
Leonard was like
But
crouching
he's
down.
crouched.
Yeah.
Exactly. So like,
So
that's
it's not Truba's fault.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You got
So
like
nothing dirty about that hit.
if you can't hit, then you can't hit in the league. Like,
I was gonna make a hit and a quit O.J. Simpson joke, but I couldn't make it work in my head that fast. He's dead. Anyway, for Winnipeg,
and he just killed opposing defenses. Over 2,000 yards in 14 games. Like that's
yeah,
like
that's crazy.
150 yards a game.
It's crazy that he's in hell. Anyway, for Winnipeg, Fleury is injured day to day with a concussion. I keep seeing there's this in case you guys haven't realized, Clay and I are huge nerds, and we both like D&D, and there's this group of D&D
Dungeons
players,
and or Dragons.
Dungeon and or Dragons. There's this group of D&D players that play. I think it's called Legends of Adventurous.
Yeah.
And I keep seeing their clips online. And one I see a bunch is they make an O.J. Simpson joke when he's still alive and out of prison. And they're like, "You don't. Why would you say that? He's at large now. We're in trouble. We're in danger now." And I like looking back. I'm like, "Not anymore."
Not anymore.
All right, I'll kick us off with sorry if there's any O.J. Simpson fans out there, but he murdered 2 people. So,
Allegedly.
eh.
He wrote a book.
Yeah, he did. It was entitled "If I Did It."
If he did it,
What
that
the
means he
fuck,
didn't do it.
dude? Yeah, you know, you're so right. I'll
And
start
remember, he did his killing of defenses in Buffalo.
That's true. He did. Yeah, he did. Is he in the Hall of Fame? I feel like there was
He
enough
should
time between
be.
the end of his career and
He
the
should
murders
be.
that he committed that he might be in the Hall of Fame.
And again, he should
He
be
should
in the
be. He was a
Hall of
great
Fame.
football player. He was just a horrible person
Hmm.
outside of
Yeah,
that.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Um,
Hey, we say this for the Canada 5. Acquitted.
not from. He did go to jail for like mugging somebody. Remember, like in
It was
Vegas.
theft. He
Yeah,
was stealing. He broke into someone's house to steal his memorabilia that he had sold when he was down on his luck.
still a crime.
No, I'm not defending
Still a
that. That
crime.
he should be in jail, but I'm just saying what
And
he
then he
did. What
and
he
then he
did
got
for.
and then he got out of jail and then went on all the like weird like
Yeah.
manosphere podcasts where he was just like, yeah, being a man is so weird nowadays. It's like, shut, you murdered two people.
Shut
Shut
up,
up.
O.J. Simpson.
All right, we gotta get off of O.J. Simpson.
I don't know
St-
if I can.
no, yeah, you know how we're gonna do it? We're gonna talk about the Chicago Blackhawks, who have never done anything wrong in their recent history. They went 1-2-1. Clay's dying. They went 1-2-1 this week. Oh, I don't know if you guys heard that. Is your mic on?
Yeah,
Okay,
it is now. I turned it off while I was coffee.
got it.
Pro Football Hall of Fame, 1985.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Anyway, the Blackhawks. Let's stop talking about O.J. Simpson. They lost to Vegas 4-3 in a shootout. Bertuzzi a goal and an assist. Spencer Knight 25 of 28. I'm still laughing that we were just talking about O.J. Simpson for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Um, they
Look,
beat.
they just brought the Bronco back this year.
They did,
Uh,
and I gotta say, I've seen a bunch of them on the road. I don't hate them.
I actually
I don't hate 'em.
the
Yeah,
sport version is the smaller version. I really like
I
the actual Bronco is way too big, but the
sure,
fact that they
sure.
actually they brought the Bronco back is one thing.
I want a
They
white one.
sell it in white, which is wild.
I mean, it's not their fault, right? It's
I
not their
mean,
fault, but
I mean, it's been gone. It was gone for 30
it's
years, but
a nice SUV. I
it's
don't hate it.
absolutely
Yeah.
no. Again, especially that sport version, which is
Mhm.
the smaller
Mhm.
one. Don't sell it in white.
You know, there's some fucking weirdos out there that like, I want it in white. I
They
need it
waited.
in white.
They waited until he died to bring the Bronco back. I'm just realizing that.
Oh my god, you're so right.
Oh
uh,
shit!
can we put this episode out? We're gonna. I don't
Well, I
care.
mean, we're not pro OJ.
No.
The juice is no longer loose.
That's true. It's not. Anyway, oh god. Okay, Chicago beat LA 2-1 this week. Frank Nazar had 2 assists. Bedard and Kaiser had a goal apiece. Spencer Knight 26 of 27. They then lost to LA 6-0. Spencer Knight in net for all 6, 26 of 32, and then they got creamed by Anaheim 7-1.
Speak another OJ.
Hmm?
Orange juice.
Oh.
Simpson.
What does that have to do with the Anaheim Ducks?
I mean, they're orange. OJ Simpson was the juice.
That's a stretch. I
OJ.
think that one's a stretch. I think
I'm
that
already.
one's a stretch.
I was already gonna stretch it. Anyway.
We're gonna stretch it. We're gonna try to make a connection for every team.
No, I was only gonna do it for Anaheim, and you did it for us.
Oh, okay.
OJ strikes again.
OJ strikes again. All right. Chicago got outshot in this game, 20-53. Soderblom,
53 is the
53.
most
Yeah,
shots against.
that's the high mark this week.
This year. 53
is
shots
it?
is the highest this year.
Oh, dang. Soderblom, bless his soul, was in net for all 7 goals, 46 of 53.
Oh, bless his soul.
I don't know why they did that to him. They don't have a top player this week. 2 for 13 on the power play, 11 for 14 on the penalty kill. Chicago 12, 11 and 6, which is still over 500 by hockey standards, which is much better than we thought they were going to do this year so far.
Absolutely.
Speaking of doing much better than literally everybody else, the Colorado Avalanche They went 3-1 this week. They lost in regulation. Finally happened for the first
What?
time since I think October. They have lost in regulation.
What?
They beat Vancouver 3-1. McKinnon, of course, had 2 goals. Landeskog 2 assists, and both goalies played in this game because Wedgwood got injured.
Okay.
Partially through this game. Both goalies played. They were 20 of 21 collectively. They did lose to, of all teams, the Islanders in regulation 6-3. Martin Necas had a goal and an assist, while Blackwood was 36 of 41. They beat the Rangers in overtime 3-2. Outshot the Rangers 42-26. Necas 3 assists, McKinnon 2 goals, including the overtime game winner. Blackwood 24 of 26. And then they beat Philadelphia 3-2. Nelson, Nichushkin, and Burns scored the goals in that game, while Mackenzie Blackwood was 23 of 25. Necas is their top player, goal and 5 assists. 1 for 8 on the power play. Conversely, they were 7 of 8 on the penalty kill. 21, 2, and 6. Still an insane record.
I think Brett Burns moved into like 9th all-time points defenseman.
Could have.
With
that goal.
That goal.
I mean, he is a shell of his former self at this point. I think he's very close to retiring.
Absolutely.
But ninth, you could make a case to put him in the Hall of Fame. I feel like.
No, he did. He moved to 8th.
He moved to 8th. That's pretty good. That's really good for a defenseman. So
he's got 265 points. Wait, was it goals or points? I think it's goals.
Either way, still really good.
He's 5 away from Bobby Orr.
Ooh, I feel like you have to put him in the Hall of Fame if he passes Bobby Orr. I feel like if you are statistically in the top 10 of like any of the main categories, you should be in the Hall of Fame. At least when you retire, if you're in the top 10, I think you should be in the Hall of Fame.
It is goals for defensemen. So
it's still a pretty high.
He just passed Nick Lindstrom for 8th most by defensemen. Next on the list is Bobby Orr, 270.
All right. We'll see. I don't know. He might not get that this year. But
this was his 4th goal of the season.
Okay.
So
he's got time.
There's a shot,
He's got time, yeah. Yeah, that's Colorado. Still an insane record. Yeah, the only team that's anywhere close to them in the entire league is the Dallas Stars, who went 3-0-1 this week.
I'm actually super surprised and impressed based on all of the injuries that they've had.
Yeah, they're keeping it going. 3-0-1 this week. They beat the Rangers 3-2. Or I'm sorry, they lost to the Rangers 3-2 in overtime. Rottinen and Capobianco had the goals in that game. DeSmith 38 of 41. Outshot the Rangers 41-26. That's 2 games already that we've talked about where the Rangers got outshot 42-26 and 41-26. But they won one of those games, so
they did.
They shut out the Devils 3-0. Heiskanen, a goal and an assist. Lindell and Ben, 2 assists apiece. Ottinger, 30 saves. They beat San Jose 4-1. Rottinen, a goal and 2 assists. Johnston, 2 assists. And Ottinger, 16 of 17 in that one. And then they came back and beat Pittsburgh in a shootout 3-2. They scored the tying goal, I think, with about 2 minutes or a little less than 2 minutes to play. They pulled their goalie and they tied the game.
Mm-hmm.
Ben and Heiskanen had the goals. Ottinger, 27 of 29. And the only shootout goal in the game was Rottinen. And if you really want to beat the Penguins, make them do a shootout. Because they're really bad at it. They're very, very bad at it. Rottinen, 3 goals, 3 assists, is their co-top player with Ottinger, who was 73 of 76. And I'll be totally honest, was the only reason they won that Pittsburgh game. Because Pittsburgh, I'll say this again when we get to them, but they outplayed Dallas for very long stretches of that game. Ottinger, 73 of 76 on the week, good for a .961 save percentage, .98 goals against, and that shutout. That's maybe your Team USA starting goaltender, depending on how Hellebuck looks when he comes back from injury. It's either him or Hellebuck, I feel like. is
It's
going to be the
either him
starter,
or Hellebuck.
and then Swayman as the third one. I would guess.
Swayman's playing great.
Yeah.
As your,
Well, you know what? Swayman and Ottinger are playing great. Hellebuck,
yeah,
Winnipeg in general, not playing great this year.
it's it's Winnipeg as a whole,
Mm-hmm.
really, not just
Yeah.
Hellebuck, but
Well,
it's
you could also make the case that Hellebuck had this knee injury that they were just like, you know what, go just have surgery for it,
yeah,
whatever
it's true.
kind of thing. That he was playing with that, so maybe that was part of it. But Winnipeg as a whole, we'll get to them momentarily. Not playing great this year.
No,
Minnesota came back to earth. Oh, God damn it. Okay. Sorry about that. Somebody rang my doorbell, which makes my dog bark, so we had to take a little pause there. But I believe we were starting on Minnesota, who came back to earth a little bit this week after having an absolutely electric November. Went 1-2 this week. They did beat Edmonton 1-0. Jonas Brodin had the only goal in that game for Minnesota. Wallstead, 33 saves for that shutout. And I'm just saying it, Wallstead's the goalie of the future in Minnesota. I don't know how much longer they're going to hold on to Gustafsson. I'm not saying they're trading him this year, but like this summer, they might.
Yeah, no,
they might make a call.
They might.
You know, I'm just saying I wouldn't be shocked if this upcoming offseason if Gustafsson was available. You know what I mean? For the right price.
The goalie life is a brutal one.
It
Because
is.
I remember,
Yeah.
just a couple of years ago, that Gustafsson was the one that they brought in to be the future for Fleury.
Well, Fleury was already at the tail end of his career anyway.
Yeah,
so
but
that one's not as hurtful. But I mean, still with Fleury, right? Fleury got hurt in Pittsburgh, and Matt Murray took over his net, which is why Fleury left Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah.
So, even a Hall of Fame goalie like Marc-Andre Fleury can be replaced.
Yeah.
They lost to Calgary 4-1. Trennan a goal in that game. Gustafsson 27 of 30, and then lost to Vancouver 4-2. Outshot Vancouver 30-20. Boldy and Zuccarello each had a goal and an assist, while Wallstead was 16 of 20. No top player. 1 for 10 on the power play, 7 for 7 on the penalty kill. They're still 15-9-5, which I believe is third place in the division currently.
Yeah, all right, third. Yeah.
Still a really good record. That November, holy hell, that really pulled them out of the doldrums of the standings. Because I believe they went 11-1-1 last month, something like that, something insane like that. Go ahead.
Going back to Wallstead, he seems to be the front runner for the Calder.
He should be. He has at least 2 or 3 shutouts at this point. He's played great.
Like 5.
Yeah, he's killing it. He's absolutely killing it.
He has like minimum 5 shutouts.
I don't know about that, but you look it up. But he should be. He is playing absolutely lights out. Minnesota 1 for 10 on the power play, 7 for 7 on the penalty kill. I already said all of that. They're 15-9-5.
Sorry. 4. He's got 4 this season.
Okay. Hey, you know what? It's exactly between what we both said. I said 3, you said 5. It's 4.
There we are.
Nashville is up next. They went 2-1 this week. Pretty good week for Nashville. And I'll just say it. St. Louis went 2-2, so now everybody has at least 10 wins. The entire league, everybody has at least 10 wins. Nashville beat Calgary 5-1. Bunting a goal and an assist. Haig 2 assists, and Saros was 27 of 28.
Remember when we weren't sure that San Jose was going to do that? Ah, what a time.
Huh? Oh, get 10 wins?
Yeah.
Oh, well, they started like 0-4 or 0-4-2 or something like that. Now look at them. They're like, I don't know that they're going to make the playoffs, but they're having a good year. This is definitely a good step up. We'll get to them. Nashville beat Florida 2-1 in overtime. O'Reilly a goal and an assist. Look for O'Reilly to potentially get traded, I think, in the near future. I think that's a name that might go before the soft trade deadline.
Absolutely.
Stamkos had the overtime game winner. Saros 30-31. Then they lost to Carolina 6-3. Got outshot by Carolina 40-22. They were 4 for 6 on the power play, which isn't that bad, but they did have to kill 6 power plays in this game. Forsberg, a goal and an assist. Saros, 32 of 38. Michael Bunting is their top player, 2 goals, 2 assists. 1 for 11 on the power play, 12 for 15 on the penalty kill. They are 10, 14, and 4. Last place in the entire league with 24 points. St. Louis, not that far ahead of them. Went 2-2 this week, as I already mentioned. They lost to Anaheim 4-1. Kyrou, the only goal in that game. Both goalies played. 22 of 25. Bennington was pulled in the first period after going, I believe, 3 for 5.
Wow.
Something like that. So they yanked him early. And I'm just throwing it out there. Team Canada, do you want to take Jordan Bennington to the Olympics?
No, it's got to be Logan Thompson.
No. I'm not saying starting. I'm just saying taking him in general.
Yeah.
Because, like, here's the crazy choice. Tristan Jarry's having a good year. Like, a really good year. You go with Logan Thompson, Darcy Kemper, and Tristan Jarry? That's not... Right now, they're all playing pretty well. Logan Thompson should be the starter.
I mean, you got Blackwood, you got
Blackwood, yeah. You got Wedgwood, who I think they're both Canadian. There's a bunch of goalies that you could make a case for, but I feel like Bennington's not one of them. He's just having a piss poor year. Why take him? Just because of legacy?
Yeah.
They lost to Boston 5-2. They outshot Boston, 39-27. Suter and Buchnevich had the goals. Bennington, 22 of 27. They beat Ottawa 2-1. Got outshot by Ottawa 42-20. They were 6 for 7 on the penalty kill in this game, which is crazy. That's a really good one-game penalty kill, I feel like. You got to kill 7 power plays in one game.
Yeah.
I would imagine you're losing that game. But nope, they persevered because Jake Neighbors had both goals in this game. And Joel Hofer was 41 of 42. Good game for him. And then they beat Montreal 4-3. Shen, 2 goals and an assist. Holloway, a goal and 2 assists. Bennington, 23 of 26. They don't have a top player. They were 1 for 12 on the power play, 12 for 14 on the penalty kill. It's crazy that 7 of those 14 power plays or penalty kills were in one game. They're 11, 12, and 7. They're almost at 500. They're almost there. But not yet. Maybe next week.
You take Jet Greaves. Sorry, I was looking up.
Is he Canadian?
Yeah.
I assume, yeah, of course he is because you mentioned him. Maybe. I doubt they will.
As a third, just to get the young guy like some experience.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to play him, I guess, unless one of the other two gets injured. But you go with, I would take Kemper, Thompson, and then that third one is kind of up in the air.
It can be whoever.
Yeah, it can be whoever. Thompson should be the starter. Kemper was the second best goalie in the league last year. So I think he should be rewarded for that and go to the Olympics. And then that third one, I don't think it should be Bennington. I think there's other goalies that are more deserving. I feel like it can't be Aiden Hill. He's basically been injured almost this entire season.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see when the teams come out. I can't wait. I said this last week. I can't wait because I think Canada and the United States are going to overthink their decisions.
They're going to mess it up.
And they're going to mess it up. Or at least the United States seems like they're definitely going to.
Both of them.
Utah went 2-2 this week. Lost to San Jose 6-3. Krause had 2 goals. Both goalies played this game. Were 24 of 30. Then they beat Anaheim 7-0.
They kicked the tar out of
Anaheim. They like annihilated Anaheim. JJ Paterka was the guy who did a lot of the damage. 2 goals, 2 assists. Keller, goal and 2 assists himself. 4 other players had 2 points. Vejmelka, 27 saves for the shutout. And then they beat Vancouver 4-1. Stenlund and Sergachev each had a goal and an assist, while Vejmelka was 32 of 33, and they got outshot 33-18 in this game. And then they inexplicably got shut out by Calgary 2-0. Vanacek, 21 of 22 in that game. I feel like it's a little shameful to get shut out by Calgary. Calgary's pretty stinky this year. JJ Paterka, 3 goals, 3 assists, co-top player with Karol Vejmelka, who is 65 of 69, good for a 9.42 save percentage, 1.8 goals against, and that shutout. Good week for him. Bad week for Winnipeg, who are 1-2-1 this week. Oh, I'm sorry. Utah went 2 for 9 on the power play, 10 for 11 on the penalty kill with 2 shorthanded goals for 14, 13, and 3, which I think puts Utah in 4th place in the division. Winnipeg, 1-2-1. Lost to Buffalo 5-1. Kyle Connor had the only goal in that game. Both goalies played this game. That is Comrie and Milic, I think. 26
so.
of 31 between the two of them. Lost to Montreal in a shootout 3-2. Scheifele and Connor each had a goal and an assist.
Had a players only meeting after that Buffalo loss.
They should have, because they're cratering right now. They're not like they're still over 500 technically, but this is not. They won the President's Trophy last year. Like what happened? Comrie 29 of 31 in that shootout loss to Montreal. They then got vengeance on Buffalo by beating them 4-1. Hilarious that the 2 games that they play against Buffalo were both this week. Got outshot by Buffalo 35-23 in this game. Velarde, Koepke, and Connor each had a goal and an assist. Comrie 34 of 35 for that victory. And, then they ended their week by getting smushed by Edmonton 6-2.
Yep.
Velarde and Koepke had the only goals. Both goalies played this game as well. They were 21 of 27. Look, Kyle Connor showed up this week. He was the only one.
Yes, he did.
3 goals, 3 assists. 0 for 5 on the power play. They only had 5 power plays in 4 games. That's insane. But they only had 7 penalty kills in those 4 games, and they were 3 for 7 on them. 3 for 7.
Was that on the penalty kill, you said?
That was on the penalty kill. And for you guys at home that don't want to do math, that's below 50%. Really bad. 14, 13, and 1 is Winnipeg. Good for 5th or 6th in the division right now.
I'll look you up.
And that is the Central. I want to say they're 6th because I was looking at it and I was like, damn, Winnipeg is down far currently.
They are 6th. That is correct. But at least they're only 1 point behind the Blackhawks with a game in hand on them. So.
They have a game and two in hand on a couple of teams in front of them. But
on Utah too, so they could easily pass Utah.
Yeah, so they could jump ahead of them. But hit me. What you got? Who you start with?
Hitting you with the Pacific.
Hey, Western Conference to start.
First up is the Anaheim Ducks.
Love that they're doing great this year. I love that they're
doing great. 3-1. Told you they just needed a coach.
Clearly. Okay, because I remember, and I've said this several times this year. At the beginning of the year, we were like, "Can Quenneville still coach?" Yup.
Yes.
Quenneville can absolutely still coach, and because Anaheim had all of these good young players, and they just weren't doing shit with them. And look what one good coach can do. He's like, I can still do this shit. I have questionable morals, but I'm still a good coach. Joel Quenneville.
I have questionable morals because I want to win. So here we are.
Yeah.
All right, you talked about 2 of these games. 2 out of the 4 games. 4-1 win against St. Louis. Minchikov a goal and an assist in that game. They got stomped by Utah 7-0. Both goalies played, and by both goalies, I don't know who this backup goalie is.
Oh yeah, I saw his name and I was like, who? What? Who even is that?
Remember, that is the 4th string.
Yeah, because they're missing Dostal
and Mrazek.
Oh boy.
Then
might as well just be me or you playing goalie. That's true.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah,
that was too far. You're right. That's too far.
Too far. I can't do a split. I can't do a split.
I can't even ice skate. So.
They beat Washington 4-3 in a shootout. Seneca a goal and an assist.
He's having a good year. He's having a great rookie season.
He's having a great rookie season. Him and I think Wallstat, Seneca, and Leonard are your Calder
Top three probably right
runners.
now. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe someone else who I can't think of.
I
Someone
mean,
will someone
it,
will pop up.
just talking for like the Penguins. Ben Kindle's having a good year, but he
Yep.
statistically is nowhere near those other three. So
Right.
I can't imagine he would get votes. But
And then in the 7-1 win against Chicago, 53 shots. And want to know a crazy stat?
Quenneville was like, "Watch me destroy my former team."
Well, here's the thing. This was their third and final game against Chicago this year.
Oh dang.
It was the only one they won.
Oh, all right.
They went 1-1 against Chicago this year.
Balance.
But Cutter Gauthier
Yes.
is third in the league with shots this season.
That's pretty crazy.
Did not have one of the 53.
Oh shit. Damn. He's
Yeah.
like, I'll let everybody else have them. That's all right.
He decided to have a defensive game. Um, and
Look,
good
you
for
know what
him.
I like? You know what I like about him? Humble. And
Humble.
hates the Flyers.
Hates the Flyers. Or at least Tortorella, but
Or at least
he's not there
Tortorella.
anymore.
It's That's why I like that kid. He's humble. He takes a lot of shots. Hates the Flyers.
Leo Carlson had 2 goals in that win against Chicago.
Another guy having a great year.
Mm-hmm. Seneca is their top player. 2 goals, 3 assists in those 4 games. But I do also have to shout out Ville Husso. While his stat line might not be the greatest, specifically because of the Utah game.
Right.
Say, he was on for 4 of the 7. But he saved 75 of 84, which is an 8.93 save percentage. Only a 2.25 goals against average.
That's pretty respectable.
Because he played all 4 games, 3-1.
Yeah, that Utah game's really going to skew some of those numbers.
It's really going to skew that number, but that's your third string goalie. That's that's what you want from your third string.
Yeah.
Anaheim is 18-10-1. They have 37 points. They are first in the division.
Oh yeah, let's go Ducks.
They are fighting for it with Vegas. Just look,
Quack.
if you brought back
Quack.
bring back the eggplant and
make it your permanent,
and you would be so much more liked. Moving on to Calgary. Calgary went 2-1 this week.
Good for them. Look at them having a good week.
1-5 loss against Nashville. Both goalies played. Frost the only goal in this game. The 4-1 win against Minnesota, and then the 2-0 shutout win against Utah. They were 1-for-5 on the power play this week, 10-for-10 on the penalty kill this week. Their top player was Dustin Wolf. He played all 3 games, a record of 1-1 because he was the backup for the Nashville loss. He was 60. He came in relief in the Nashville loss, so that loss wasn't on him. He was 64 of 66 with a 9.7 save percentage with a 0.7 goals against average.
God damn, that is a good week.
Sorry, 0.67 goals against average.
Even better. Holy shit, what a week for him.
So, I forgot Anaheim's weekly special teams. They were 2-for-16 on the power play and 11-for-13 on the penalty kill. And on the power play, I believe they had a shorthanded goal against.
All right.
So, be better on the power play.
Yeah.
Calgary, though, is 11-15-4. They are 26 points and 7th in the division.
You know, they're slowly digging themselves out of that hole. Slowly.
They're only
4 games away from being 500.
They're only 1 point above Vancouver.
I said slowly.
Yeah.
Which means they're 2 points. They're 2 points ahead of Nashville.
No, they're in the hole.
So I know, but they're like almost at 500. I'm trying to give them a little credit. They've been playing a little better recently.
Hmm.
They did start like 1-10 or something like that.
That is true. Yep. All right, moving on to Edmonton. Edmonton went 2-1 this week. They got shut out by Minnesota, like you said, 1-0. Skinner did have a 9.58 save percentage. They beat Seattle 9-4. McDavid
Damn.
3 goals and assists. They also had a shorthanded goal in this game. They were
Died to
4 for 5
4.
on the power play.
Excuse me. What I say? 4 for 5 on the power play.
Yes, that game.
That's pretty crazy. That's the best one of the week.
No,
There's one
that
of
was
my
a
team.
single game.
No, I understand. There was I had one team that went 3 for 4 on the power play. That's the only one. That was
Gotcha.
close.
Okay.
That's what I was saying.
And then they beat Winnipeg 6-2. Skinner in net there. They were 5 for 9 on the power play this week.
God damn.
5 for 6 on the penalty kill.
I'll tell you right now, that one's not the best one. The 5 for 9 on the power play.
Ooh.
At least
McDavid,
when it comes to my teams, anyway.
McDavid and Draisaitl are their top players. Both had 6 points. McDavid 3 goals, 3 assists. Draisaitl 2 goals, 4 assists.
Oh, excuse me.
They're 13, 11, and 5, 31 points, 4th in the division.
All right. They're doing okay now. They've leveled out from their weird roller coaster start.
Well, they're 2 points away from third.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're back to respectable is not the correct word because they weren't like terrible before, but they were on pretty shaky ground a couple of weeks ago. So now they're on, they're there now. So
the team that they're chasing is the LA Kings, who had a 1-2 week. That's not right. Is that right?
I don't know.
Did they play Chicago twice?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You said it, and my brain just didn't compute.
Yes, they played Chicago twice.
At home twice? I must.
Yeah, it was really weird. I remember clocking that being really strange because I was doing my notes and it was home and home.
All right, cool. All right.
Yeah, Chicago was just in LA for 3 days.
Coolio, thank you.
Technically, because Anaheim is kind of part of LA, like sorta. It's really close.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Chicago played LA, and then Anaheim.
Gotcha. All right, the 1-3 loss against Washington. Kemper in net. Yeah, Kemper's in net for all of these. 1-3 loss against Washington, a 1-2 loss against Chicago, and then a 6-0 win against Chicago.
At least they redeemed themselves a little bit at the end of the week.
Absolutely. Brent Clark, 2 goals in that game. I realized I should have had Darcy Kemper as their top player. I can't do those stats off the top of my head.
It's okay. He's going to try, though.
I think he had a 9.5 save percentage for the week.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah. 0.67 goals against average.
Okay.
That's
right.
Yeah.
Look at you go. Look at you doing that math.
I mean, the 0.95 is a guess.
I feel like you're probably close enough. It's fine.
It's close enough. I'll look it up later.
You know, get in the comments of somewhere.
I won't tell the audience,
that
but I'll tell you. 1 for 9 on the power play this week. 6 for 8 on the penalty kill. They are 13, 8, and 7, 33 points, 3rd in the division.
All right.
The team who is only 2 points back from that spot is San Jose.
Hell yeah, let's go San Jose.
They went 2-2.
Could you imagine if all the California teams make the playoffs and Edmonton does not?
That'd be hilarious.
Could you imagine?
But also,
dude,
here's the thing.
There would be a meltdown in Canada.
Absolutely. I mean, there was that 1 week where Ottawa was the only Canadian team in the playoffs.
I know. There would be such a meltdown.
That has changed.
Right, as it stands now. We're not even halfway through the season, so I'm just saying it would be so funny if Edmonton just ends up not making the playoffs and all 3 California teams, 2 of which people thought were going to be bad this year,
yeah,
made the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
It would be just the bitching and moaning to be had would be so delectable.
All right. San Jose beat Utah 6-3, like you said. Foley 2 goals and 2 assists in this game. They did give up a shorthanded goal. Um, they lost 1-7 to the Capitals. Both goalies played in this game. It did not get better. Askarov and Djokovic, it did not help. And then they lose to Dallas 1-4. Askarov back in net. Then they finished their week by beating Carolina 4-1.
Yes, they did.
Celebrini a goal and 2 assists. Djokovic a 966 save percentage. They were 3 for 15 on the power play for the week, 7 for 10 on the penalty kill. Celebrini is their top player, 1 goal, 5 assists.
I swear to Christ, if he's not on the Olympic team, we riot.
It's.
He
I
has
mean,
to be. Him and
I
Bedard
would,
have to be on the team.
I would love it as an American. That really helps
Yeah.
me out. Um,
Helps me out.
helps me out. Win that gold.
Team USA is going
So,
to do
but
some dumb shit, so I do not assume that they will win
but
that gold.
Celebrini has better. Celebrini also, like, if we're taking Bedard or if we're one or the other, I'm taking Celebrini just because he has better habits off the puck as well.
Mm.
Like, I think he's better defensively than Bedard right now. Like,
Gotcha.
that could obviously change.
I got you. I feel you.
But offensively, they're both excellent.
Yeah, really. Yeah, they're both brilliant.
Yep. Moving on, let's go to Seattle. Or wait, San Jose 14-13 and 31 points, fifth in the division. Seattle went 0-2 this week. Seattle, for the past 2 weeks, have only played 4 games. So now
It's
they
crazy.
are last in the league with games played with 26.
Oh my god. Play your goddamn game. What a weird schedule we have this year because of the Olympics.
They lose to Edmonton 4-9. Both goalies play in this game. Again, does not help.
No.
This was the game that they were 1 for 5 on the penalty kill.
Whew, stinky.
And then they lose to Detroit 3-4. Larson did have a goal and an assist. They were 1 for 5 on the power play this week with a shorthanded goal against.
Well, that shorthanded goal kind of negates things there.
Yeah, their penalty kill was 1 for 6.
Oh my god, that's so bad. I know they were 1 for 5 in one of the games, but like, oh my.
But then they went 0 for 1. The next one.
Oh my god, that's terrible.
That's so bad. Seattle's 11-9-6. They have 28 points. They're 6th in the division.
Play your games.
Fallen back from, their hot start.
Play your games. For Christ's sake.
A team that probably wishes they didn't have to play their games is the Vancouver Canucks.
Yeah. Like, we'll just
1-2.
forfeit the rest of our games this year.
1-2 this year. Sorry.
This year.
They lost to Colorado 1-3. You said their shot discrepancy.
Mm-hmm.
Then they lose to Utah 4-1. Then they get the 4-2 win with a good job in net for Tolopilo.
Good old Topo Chico.
Atu Ratu, 2 goals and an assist in this game. Did you see him steal it from Wallstad?
No, I did not.
So Wallstad went to play the puck behind the net, and Ratu stole it from him. Like, legitimately stole it from him and slotted the empty net.
That hurts.
Yes, but there's a dirty veteran rat move. Like, a veteran rat move. Was Kiefer Sherwood was yelling, leave it to Wallstad.
Ah.
So he thought he had time, and he did not.
Oops.
So that's a veteran taking advantage of a rookie right there.
That's first round pick Kiefer Sherwood. Hey, you like
First
that?
round pick deserving.
The first round pick
First round pick
deserving, according to the Vancouver Canucks, Kiefer Sherwood. Hey, you like that sort of mentality, though, right?
you
It,
do.
he tricked the goalie. He got him.
Yeah. Honestly, it was either Kiefer Sherwood or Connor Garland. I can't remember
Mm.
correctly, but both of the guys that would do
One guy is more deserving of a first round draft pick being traded for him than the other guy.
yeah, but both of the like kind of greasy rat guys that would do that.
I don't know that I would call Connor Garland a greasy rat guy.
Rat is not the right word, but
Yeah,
he
because
is
that's
a
Brad
grinder
Marchand.
on
He's
the
Rat
board.
King.
He's Rat King, but like
So he's a
Garland
along
is
the board grinder kind of guy. So
grinder and
so
good at
is
getting.
so is Sidney Crosby a rat boy?
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
probably the greatest grinder of all time.
But it's more Garland's really good at getting on a player's skin. Sherwood's good at getting on your
Gotcha.
player's
Okay,
skin. So
I understand.
that's what I
I
mean.
gotcha. I gotcha.
Like that's the type of like it's
Sidney
like a
Crosby
Kachuk.
just sticks his big fat butt out there and just
Right,
stops
no.
people from getting the puck.
Yeah. Atu Ratu is their top player with 2 goals and 3 assists this week.
It's not bad.
0 for 7 on the power play with shorthanded goal against. 4 for 6 on the penalty kill.
Ugh, Jesus, Vancouver.
But yeah. 11, 15, and 3, 25 points, 8th in the division.
Not last in the whole league yet, but close.
No, not yet.
But close.
Vegas is up next, 3-0 this week. 4-3 shootout win against Chicago. Carter Hart, his first game back in net there. Theodore, 2 assists in this game and also scored in the shootout. 3-0 win against the Devils. Akira Schmid in net, 24 for 24. And then the 3-2 overtime win against the Rangers. Carter Hart in net there. Eichel a goal and an assist. They were 2 for 5 on the power play, 7 for 7 on the penalty kill. Eichel, Theodore, and Stone all had 5 points. And I think there's a little controversy in the Rangers overtime because the game started the overtime started 4-on-4 because of offsetting penalties.
Oh,
it was
weird.
It was supposed to based on the rules.
It should have been 3-on-3.
3-on-3, yeah. So
that's weird. Why did they do that?
Because refs make mistakes.
Why are refs so bad in every league, in every sport?
Every single one.
So bad.
The Knights are 14, 6, and 8, 36 points, second in the division.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yep.
All right. Let's swap things over to the Eastern Conference and the Metropolitan Division. Carolina went 1-2 this week. Not a good week for Carolina. Losing to Toronto 5-1. Seth Jarvis had the only goal in that game. Anderson 19 of 23. They did beat Nashville 6-3. Outshot Nashville 40-22. Jackson Blake 2 goals and an assist. Nick Ehlers a goal and 2 assists. And Bussy 19 of 22. And then they lost to San Jose 4-1. Stahl the only goal in that game. And Kochekov was 18 of 21. So all 3 goalies played this week for Carolina.
All 3 goalies played.
I mean, hey, look, I guess they've just decided they have a 3-headed monster in that.
Well, sure. I mean, they can't send any of them down.
No, they will all be taken off of waivers. So I understand why they're not. But it's just, at least they're playing all 3 of them. And it's just not just like Bussy sitting in the press box all night, every night, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Carolina does not have a top player. They were 3 for 12 on the power play, 5 for 7 on the penalty kill. They're still 17, 9, and 2. Still a really good record. Up next, Columbus, 2-1-1. They beat the Devils 5-3. Coyle a goal and 2 assists. Wood, Monahan, and Werenski each had 2 points, while Merzlikins was 30 of 33. They beat Detroit in a shootout 6-5. What a nutso-butso game. They were 2 for 3 on the power play in this game and 2 for 5 on the penalty kill. Werenski and Monahan each had 3 assists. Fantilli 2 goals. Merzlikins was 28 of 33. They lost to Florida 7-6 in overtime. As much fun as these games are to watch, can't be for the teams playing them, right?
No.
2 for 4 on the penalty kill. 5 different players had 2 points for Columbus in this game. Merzlikins in net for all 7 goals, 33 of 40 on this one. And then they got shut out by Washington 2-0. Jet Greaves was 36 of 37.
Yeah, no, he played great.
He played great. He did his best. Werenski is their top player. 6 assists. 4 for 13 on the power play. 11 for 18 on the penalty kill. 11 for 18.
Yeah.
That's a lot of penalty kills and
That's
a
a
lot
lot.
of power play goals you gave up.
Mm-hmm.
13, 10, and 6 is Columbus. Still over 500, but in 8th place in the division.
Right?
The Devils are up next, and the Devils went 0-4 this week.
They're getting their collapse out early. Normally it's late in the season.
We'll see. We'll see if they can get it back. Remember they won 10 games in a row or something like that, or 8 games in a row?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, to like begin the year.
Mhm.
5-3 loss to Columbus, as I just mentioned. He shared goal and an assist, brought 2 assists. Allen, 20 of 25. Lost to the Devils 3-0. Markstrom
They are the Devils.
lost to the Stars 3-0. Excuse me, thank
Yep.
you.
All right, cool.
Markstrom, 25 of 28. They lost to themselves 3-0.
I mean, that's this entire week.
Hey, you know what? They followed up that 3-0 loss with another 3-0 loss to Vegas.
Ooh.
0 for 2 on the power play in that game. Markstrom, 22 of 25. And then they lost to Boston 4-1.
Yep.
Timo Meyer had the only goal. Mercifully, they did score a goal for the first time in 2.5 games.
Yeah.
Allen, 17 of 20 in that one. No top player. They went 0-4. 2 for 10 on the power play. 4 for 7 on the penalty kill. They're still 16, 12, and 1, but I believe they're now in 6th or 7th place in the division.
They're in 7th place. They're on a
Yeah.
5-game losing streak. They're 3-7 in their last 10.
Yeah, so they've had a hard fall. And what really sucks about the Metrodome is everybody's over 500,
Mm-hmm.
which is so annoying. Speaking of annoying, the Islanders went 3-1 this week. They beat Tampa Bay 2-1. Duclair and Horvat each had a goal and an assist, while Sorokin was 30 of 31. Beat Colorado 6-3, as previously mentioned. Barzell a goal and 2 assists. Horvat, Lee, and Pulock each had 2 points, while Sorokin was 35 of 38. They beat Tampa Bay again, this time 2-0.
Yeah.
Got outshot 32-19. Cizikas and Ritchie had the 2 goals, while Sorokin made 32 saves for the shutout. And then they did lose to Florida 4-1. Barzell had the only goal, and Rittich was 26 of 29. See, there's your problem. Should have just played Sorokin again. Because he went 97 of 101 saves this week. Good for a 960 save percentage. 1.33 goals against, and a shutout. 2 for 11 on the power play, 9 for 9 on the penalty kill. So that's an improvement over their penalty kill of last year.
Yeah.
And the Islanders
Big
sit
improvement.
at 16, 11, and 3. 3rd place currently in the division. But
Yeah.
2 teams below them have, I believe, at least 3 games in hand on them.
Yes.
The Rangers, 2-0-2 this week. They beat Dallas 3-2 in overtime. Outshot Dallas 41-26. I think I said that in the reverse previously.
Gotcha.
Panarin 2 assists. Gavrikov, the overtime game winner. Shesterkin 24 of 26 for the win. Beat Ottawa 4-2. Miller 3 assists. Panarin a goal and an assist, including his 900th career point.
Yeah.
And Shesterkin was
for him.
25 of 27, and they were 1 for 3 on the penalty kill in this game.
Oof.
Lost to Colorado in overtime. 3 of their games went to overtime this week. 3 of the 4.
Yeah.
Lost to Colorado in overtime 3-2. Got outshot 42-26 in this one. Panarin and Sheary had the goals in this game, and that, I believe, is Sheary's first goal in almost 2 calendar years. Like
That is
700
correct.
days or something like that.
That is correct.
Insane. Shesterkin
That's what
was
happens when you're.
39-42.
That's what is he married to Sullivan's daughter, or is that Ross?
No, that's McAvoy, who is married to Sullivan's daughter.
Mm,
He was dating Sullivan's daughter at one point.
gotcha.
Sherry
Okay.
was. I think it's McAvoy that ended up marrying Sullivan's daughter, but
Gotcha. Okay.
So maybe Sullivan hates him. I don't know.
I mean, he got sent away.
Well, yeah, but you know what? That is true. That is true. Uh, then the Rangers lost to Vancouver 3-2 in overtime. 3 overtime games, all of them 3-2.
Vegas.
Lafreniere and Zibanejad had a goal and an assist apiece, while Johnny Quick was 26 of 29. Panarin is their top player, 2 goals and 4 assists. They were 0 for 8 on the power play, 6 for 8 on the penalty kill. Both power play goals against were in that Ottawa game. They're 15, 12, and 2. So they have dug themselves out of the hole that they started with. But they're still not fully out of it because you're looking at the standings. Where are they? 5th?
They are 5th, but they are still 8-3 at home and 12-4-1 away.
Including, I believe, 5 shutouts at home, 6 shutouts at home.
Yeah.
Against. I saw a stat. I think it was last week that Buffalo, not last week, but the game before last week began, had been shut out for the 3rd time in the season, which was 2nd most in the league. And I chuckled to myself, and I was like, I know who the first one is, and it's the Rangers.
Still New York.
It's still the Rangers, yeah. Philadelphia is up next. They went 1-2, lost to Pittsburgh 5-1, 1 for 4 on the penalty kill in that game. Forrester had the only goal. Vladar 22 of 27. Took out their frustrations on Buffalo, beating them 5-2. 5 different players had 2 points. Urson 27 of 29. And then it lost to Colorado 3-2. Konechny and Couturier had the goals in that game, while Urson was 25 of 28. And Konechny is their top player, 2 goals, 2 assists. 3 for 13 on the power play, 7 for 12 on the penalty kill. They're 15-9-3. Not a bad record. Not a bad record at all. Next up,
tied with the Devils.
With I believe several games in hand on the Devils. So 2 games in hand on the Devils. Next up is the Pittsburgh Penguins. 2-0-1 this week, beating Philadelphia 5-1, as I just mentioned. Rust had a goal and 2 assists in this game. Carlson, Malkin, and Crosby each had 2 points, while Jari was 28 of 29, and they were 3 for 4 on the power play in this game. Beat Tampa Bay 4-3 in a pretty wacky back and forth game. Well, wacky as Penguins went up 3-0 and then blew that lead and then ended up winning. Malkin 2 goals and an assist, including the game-winning goal. Novak 2 assists, and Jari was 37 of 40 to 4 on the power play in that game. And then they lost to Dallas 3-2 in a shootout, as I previously mentioned. Hey, no shame in that. They kept
none at all.
They had the 2nd best team in the league on the ropes pretty much almost the entire game. Ended up losing in a shootout, which is the Penguins' right to do this year.
Yeah.
Novak and Dewar had the goals for the Penguins in that game, while Jari was 21 of 23. Malkin is their top player because he had 2 goals and 3 assists in 2 games and did not play the Dallas game.
Gotcha.
Pittsburgh, 5 for 10 on the power play. 50%. Number 1 power play in the league. That's why I said, because you said Edmonton was 5 for 9.
Right.
Pittsburgh was 1 better. Oh, actually, no, technically, Edmonton's was better. Nope, you're right. Yeah. I did that math wrong. But that's the number 1 and number 2 power plays in the league, or Pittsburgh and Edmonton.
Yep.
12 for 14 on the penalty kill, which is also, fine. 14, 7, and 6 are the Penguins, good for 4th place in the division right now, but with a bunch of games in hand.
You're the 2nd worst shootout team in the league.
How is that possible? Who's the worst? How is that possible? Dude, I've watched all of their shootouts. They're all fucking awful.
Yeah, the Penguins are 0 for 4 in shootouts.
Uh-huh. I think they've scored 1 goal in those 4. Or maybe not even 1.
So, percentage-wise, Penguins are the worst. Because they're 0%. But I would say the Kings are worse because they are 1 for 5 on the shootout.
That's tough. That's tough. Who? Was a team that has not won any? Or a team that's gone to 6 and won 1 of them?
Right.
That's tough. I would say they're equally bad.
I would say they're equally bad.
I would say they're
you've only gone to 4. You've only gone to 4.
Yeah, the Penguins have only gone to 4. And I actually don't know that the Penguins have scored on the shootout this year.
Oof.
Oh no, I think they did, but it was the game where they lit up all three shootout shots. Uh,
Ooh.
yeah, it was real. The Penguins are so stinky at shootouts.
Do, do you want to know the best shootout team? It's in the Metro.
It's the Flyers.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, because I know Trevor Zegras specifically, I believe, is 4 for 4 on the shootout so far this year.
And the Flyers are 5-0.
Man, fuck them. Anyway, let's end things out here with in the Metro with Washington, who went 3-0-1 this week. What a week for Washington. Although several teams have a bunch of games ahead on them. They beat LA three. They beat LA 3-1. Ovi 2 assists in this game. Thompson 24 of 25. They beat San Jose 7-1. Leonard 2 goals and 2 assists. Roy 3 assists. TVR, Ovechkin, and Duhaime each had 2 points. One of those things is not like the others, and it's Duhaime.
Well, it was because it was a 2-on-1, 1-on-nothing. I can't really remember. But Protus basically did a between the legs drop back pass right in front of the goalie for Duhaime to
Dirty.
clean it up.
Dirty.
And
Love it.
Duhaime was scolding him instead of celebrating the
Oh,
goal.
and be like, you should have shot that.
Like he was just like, bro,
Shoot it.
like you
Shoot it
can't get
next
away
time.
with that.
This is like the one time that's gonna work. Charlie Lindgren, 23 of 24 in that victory over San Jose. Lost to Anaheim in a shootout, as you previously mentioned, 4-3. Protas, Wilson, and Ethan Frank each had those goals. I feel like I have to say his full name because otherwise I'm just saying
You do.
Frank.
Frank.
Thompson, 35 of 38, got outshot in that game, 38-21. Then they beat Columbus 2-0. Protas and Chikrin had the goals. Thompson, 29 saves for the shutout. And Leonard and Thompson are your co-top players because Leonard, in the, 2.5 games that he played of the 4, 2 goals and 3 assists. While Thompson was 98 of 102 for a 961 save percentage, 1.3 goals against, and that shutout. That should be your starting goalie for Canada.
Absolutely.
Like, come on. He's had 2. Last year he played great. This year he has been even better.
Yep.
So make him the starting goalie of Canada. Come on. It's going to be Jordan Bennington. Calling it right now. All right, take us home.
All right, we're going to finish off with the Atlantic. First off is Boston. They went 2-1. Boston is here for now. But
For this week.
I mean, they are 17-13. They are second in the division.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like they're such a weird team, right? We've talked about this, I think, last
34
week or the
points,
week or the week before, where it's just like they'll go on a 6-game winning streak and then a 4-game losing streak, and then
Yeah.
it's just such a roller coaster of a team right now.
I mean, you have Morgan Geekie with
Morgan Geekie's still tied for the league lead in not points and goals,
goals. I think
or
so.
Oregon second place at worst.
Yeah. So they started their week by losing to Detroit 4-5 in a very close game. Alexander Steves again had 2 goals in this game.
Good old Alexander Steves, my new favorite
Good old
player.
Alexander Steves.
The guy you've never heard of.
No, not. But again, has multiple 2-goal games.
Nice. Wow.
Morgan Geekie is in second for goals.
Makes sense. He's not that far behind McKinnon, who is number 1.
He's 2 behind McKinnon.
2 behind, yeah.
They beat St. Louis 5-2. Corpusalo in net there. Zaka 2 goals in this game. Then they beat the Devils to round out the week 4-1. Swayman in net. Geekie a goal in this game. The power play was 1 for 5. The penalty kill was 5 for 6 on the weeks. Morgan Geekie is their top player. 2 goals, 4 assists. 22 goals on the season so far.
You gotta give it to him. He's having an absolutely killer year.
One of 2 players with 20 goals.
Him and McKinnon.
him and McKinnon. That's it.
That's not the duo I would have picked. McKinnon, yes. Morgan Geeky, no.
No.
You would think it'd
Um.
be Leon Draisaitl or McDavid or somebody, or
Right.
maybe Pasternak. Maybe Pasternak, but like
You figured to be Pasternak. You had
if it's a
Geeky, like
Boston player,
feeding.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you stopped me at
All
the
right.
beginning of the year and been like, who are the only two players that are going to have 20 goals in on December 8th this year? I would be
Yeah.
like, and one of them's Boston. I'd be like, oh well, Pasternak definitely.
Paster.
Nope.
And you're wrong. All right. Next up is Buffalo, who went 1-2. You talked about all of these games.
The Buffalo
Um,
Juices.
the Juices. They're very much loose.
Yeah.
They beat Winnipeg 5-1. Josh Norris in his first game back, 2 goals and an assist.
Damn, they're happy he's back. I'm sure.
Yeah. Um, then they lose to Philadelphia 2-5, and then lose to Winnipeg 4-1. What you said? Philadelphia took out their frustrations. Here's the thing:
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo outplayed both Philadelphia and Winnipeg in the second game. They outplayed their opponent all 3 games, but they just could not score. Like
Yeah, sometimes you're just snake bit. You just can't get that goal.
Philadelphia scored 3 goals in 59 seconds.
Oh well, that's awful.
Well, one of them was the first goal to tie it. There was a coach's challenge for goalie interference, which should have never happened.
Mm.
It was nowhere near looking like goalie interference. They score on a power play and then another power play right after that.
Well, it's just like
59
we're in
seconds.
another week of what the hell is goaltender interference? Because sometimes it doesn't look like it should. That should be it, right?
No, this one looked like it should not have been it.
But
Like,
then
what are
but
you
then other
doing
times
challenging
like a
it?
dude bowls over the goaltender and they're like, no, that's fine. You're like, well, what are you talking about?
Fine. Yeah, what do
You
you
called
want?
off a goal last week because the guy barely touched the goalie.
Um, but yeah, so like it's just like yeah, their record is 1-2. You just hope their stats, the results finally hit the stats because their stats look good. Underlying stats look
Yeah,
good for the past 3 weeks, and it just
they just got to
has
score those
not necessarily.
goals. Yeah, they just got to get those
Absolutely.
goals.
Oh, Thompson whiffed on basically an empty net. Like
Mm.
everything that could go wrong in that Philadelphia game did. But yeah, and
Like, did Buffalo
and
like?
I think Vladar or Aronson, I forgot who played for Philly, made some fantastic saves. Like they
Did the owners of the Sabres just like make a deal with a demon a long time
to
ago?
buy the Sabres.
Yeah, to buy the Sabres, and they'll be like, "Well, you'll only be good every like 20 years or so."
Well, they haven't been good since they bought the Sabres. So
Oh, well, there you go.
um, at,
There you
right
go.
when Pagula bought the
You
Sabres,
can
is
have the
when the drought
Sabres, but they'll
happened.
never be good. Monkey paw.
Well, here's the thing: he was definitely going to keep the Sabres in Buffalo. So it's just like you can
Well,
have a
that's
hockey
fair.
team,
That's
you
fair.
can have a hockey
Yeah.
team, but they'll never win anything.
At least they stayed in Buffalo, though.
Right.
That'd be a tragedy.
They were 3 for 11 for the power play for the week, 6 for 8 on the penalty kill. Norris is their top player with 2 goals and 3 assists
All right.
this week. His first week back.
He's turning them
Um,
around. I can feel it. He's got it.
I mean,
Maybe.
him, Benson, and Doan have just been killing it, and we haven't really seen Kesselring play yet.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
He's only gotten like 2 games,
Their
and then he got
defense,
hurt,
their defense has been obliterated by injuries.
and their offense too.
Yeah. Well, yeah, too, that too.
Um,
Thank God Norris is back faster than they anticipated, though.
that's true,
That'll
but
be helpful.
um, they just sent Osterland back down to the minors today because he's waiver exempt.
Mm.
But even Lindy Ruff was pissed about it.
Oh, I forgot Lindy Ruff was their coach again.
Lindy Ruff is their coach.
That's part of the problem.
That's part of it. But
He should just retire. Lindy Ruff has been the coach
This-
for like 40 years.
this is his last year of his contract.
He's gonna retire after this year.
All right. Next up is Detroit's 2-0-1. They beat Boston 5-4. Gibson and net there. Sider a goal and 2 assists. They lose to Columbus in the shootout. Um, then they beat Seattle 4-3. They were 5 for 9 on the power play this week.
Okay. Oh, hey.
Tied
Tied with
Edmonton.
Edmonton, yeah.
They were 5 for 7 on the penalty kill this week.
Okay, not the worst one though. We had a team go 1 for 6, so
that is true. Yeah. Mo Sider is their top player. 1 goal, 5 assists.
makes sense.
Moving on to Florida. Oh, sorry. They are 15-11-3, 33 points, fourth in the division, while Buffalo is 11-13-4, 26 points, last in the East.
Yeah.
Yeah. On to Florida, who went 2-1-1 this week, losing to Toronto 4-1. 3 for 3 on the penalty kill with a shorthanded goal for. And their only goal was shorthanded, which is always funny.
That is pretty funny.
They lose to Nashville in overtime. Verhaeghe the only goal in this game. 7-6 overtime win against Columbus. Sam Bennett 4-point night, 1 goal, 3 assists.
Oh.
Really the only time we've said his name the entire year. It has not been good.
Yeah, him and Reinhardt have kind of we've barely talked about him.
Reinhardt's been there.
He's been okay.
Like he's been there.
Bennett has not.
No, like Tom talking about like taking Olympic spots. Tom Wilson took Bennett's spot.
I saw somebody say Tom Wilson took Konechny's spot.
That's
I guess it could kind of be the same spot though. It could have been the three of them for that spot.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I was like, well, no, take Konechny, and then I remember that Tom Wilson's actually having a really good year. So
yes,
and then I was like, never mind, take Tom Wilson. Yeah.
And then they beat the Islanders 4-1. Tarasov and net there. Verhaeghe another goal. Verhaeghe has 6 goals in 6 games.
Dang. Look at him.
And he is their top player with 4 goals and 1 assist in this last week.
Right.
They were 2 for 12 on the power play, 12 for 13 on the penalty kill with a shorthanded goal for. They are 14-12-2, 30 points, 5th in the division. But there are 3 other teams that have 30 points. So they could be 5th, they could be 7th. Who knows?
What a fun time it is to be in the Eastern Conference right now.
Next up is Montreal. They went 2-2. 5-2 loss against Ottawa. Montembeault in net there. Their only 2 goals came on the power play. 3-2 shootout win against Winnipeg. Dobesh in net. 2-1 shootout win against Toronto. Dobesh again. Caulfield, the only goal in regulation, plus a shootout goal. They outshot Toronto 34-23, and then they lose to St. Louis 3-4. Dobson a goal and an assist in that game. They were 4 for 10 on the power play, and then 7 for 8 on the penalty kill. Cole Caulfield's their top player with 2 goals and 3 assists. They are 15-10-3, 33 points, third in the division. One of 2 Canadian teams that will make it to the playoffs if it happens right now.
If it ended right now.
Yep. The other one is Edmonton.
Yeah.
Wildcard 1 for Edmonton.
For now. I mean, I struggle to say, well, Ottawa might have a fighter's chance of making the playoffs too, but all the other ones?
Well, let's talk about
Toronto right now? Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Ottawa because they went 1-2 this week.
Okay.
The 5-2 win against Montreal, Allmark in net. The 2-4 loss against the Rangers, Miralainen in net. Sanderson had 2 assists, and then the 1-2 loss against St. Louis. They're 3 for 12 on the power play, 4 for 6 on the penalty kill. They are 13-11-4, 30 points, 7th in the division.
Yeah, but like they're just right. They're right there. You know what I'm
they're
saying?
right there.
And I just feel like of the other Canadian teams, not Montreal and Edmonton, they're the only one that I have confidence that might make a playoff push. I mean, Toronto, I would say, has the ability to, but they haven't put it together yet.
Right. Moving on to Tampa. Tampa is the top of the division right now. They're 16, 10, and 2, 34 points. Tied with the Bruins.
Yep.
1 point ahead of Montreal. But
4 points ahead of Ottawa, Florida, and I'm assuming Toronto, who have 30 points.
Yes.
Yeah.
They went 0-3 this week.
4 points separates 1 and 7 in this division.
Yep.
It's insanity.
And again, 8 points separate. 8 points separate 1 and 8.
It's so crazy. Wait, hold on. How bad's the Metro? Yeah, 6 points. 7 points separates 1 and 8 in the Metro.
Yep.
7 points.
So,
Jesus Christ.
Saying all that stuff, and again, Tampa and Montreal both have 2 games in hand on Boston.
Right. Yeah, games
Tampa
in hand are
0.
important right now to remember.
That's true. Tampa went 0-3.
Yes, they did. They had a bad week.
1 to 2. You talked about all these already.
Yeah, I did. They
1
were
to 2
all
loss
against my
the
teams.
Islanders. 3-4 loss against Pittsburgh. Hagel had 2 goals in that game, and then they got shut out by the Islanders 2-0.
I will say shout out to Hagel in that Pittsburgh game because I think in the second period he got benched because he was playing terrible, and then in the third period he scored two huge goals.
Absolutely.
I think he scored the tying goal.
He did.
And then they still ended up losing because Malkin scored with like 3 minutes left or something like that. But
they tied it.
Tampa was right there. They nearly tied it. We should talk about this actually. Tampa tied the game at 4, but it got called back because I think it was Brandon Hagel hit the puck with his hand.
Oh, that was this game.
And it was called back for a hand pass. Now, by the rule of law, that was a hand pass. It should not have counted.
Yeah.
But in a Florida game, Brad Marchand did something really similar.
And it counted.
So here, I always thought that the rule was just if you touched it with your hand and then you were not the first player of your team in the offensive zone or neutral zone to touch it, that's a hand pass. And it negates it.
Yep.
But apparently there's some gray area in there to that rule that allowed Brad Marchands to stand, but not I think it was Kucherov who scored.
Oh. Okay.
Who eventually scored, but it was Hagel who touched it. I don't think Marchand scored, but I don't remember who scored for Florida. But so a lot of Tampa Bay fans were real pissed about that online.
Absolutely.
And I remember in the Pittsburgh game, I went online and I looked at the comments. I was like, but like by law, by the rule,
by the rule,
it's a hand pass. It shouldn't count. But then the Florida game happened, and I'm like, you have a right to be mad in this situation now.
So in the Washington-Columbus game, Wilson, this goal got called off because Wilson kicked the puck.
Sure.
But he kicked it into the crease, and it went off the goalie and in.
That should count.
It should count.
That should count.
There was
because the goalie was the one who knocked it in.
Right. He didn't kick it directly into the net. He kicked it.
Yeah, that's totally bullshit. That goal should count.
It was called away.
Yeah, that goal should count. Yeah.
I was confused, but whatever.
Even if you kick it to your own player and then they knock it into the net, that counts.
Fine.
That should count. That should absolutely count. It's just if you kick it into the net yourself, that's when it doesn't count.
I agree. But because they're just he kicked it. It was a distinct kicking motion, which it was.
Sure.
But it bounced off the goal. It bounced off the goalie and in.
Yeah.
And they were looking to see if Strome touched it in because they wanted to see if a Caps player touched it first before it went in, and it didn't.
Unless it's some weird sub rule to the rule that I don't know about, because those handbooks, I haven't read all of them, but
yeah.
As far as I'm aware, that should absolutely count.
Same. I agree. All right, let's move on to the last team. Tampa Bay doesn't have a top player.
That's fair. They went 0-3.
Uh, let's finish off with Toronto, who went
Toronto.
2-0-1,
Okay.
thir-
Good week for
13,
Toronto.
11, and 4, the exact same record as Ottawa.
Good lord.
Yeah,
Look. I mean, Toronto. That's a good week for Toronto.
yes.
They have been like, I feel like it's not talked about enough. Toronto's not having a good year right now.
No.
I mean, we've talked about it, but I feel like the greater, like we're just two dumbasses
Because
who
they're
talk to
still
each
in the
other.
hunt.
Yeah, they're still in the hunt. But I'm just saying, me and you are just two dummies who are talking to each other
Yeah.
online about this. But I feel like the greater whole of the NHL sphere is not talking about Toronto's not having a particularly good year.
No.
And it's weird that they're just ignoring that because it's Toronto, right?
And they were had no problem talking about Edmonton.
Yeah. Well, they had no problem being like, yeah, get Marner out of here. He's the problem, right? And now, like,
Yeah.
Toronto is technically tied for fifth, but also tied for seventh, right? So,
Mhm.
uh, it's just really interesting.
Yeah.
That
The,
you know
the,
what I'm just saying. Canadian media, we've said this many times. This is the reason people cheer against Toronto, not because we hate the team, not because we hate the players, because we hate you, because you're
yeah.
so annoying.
The tiebreaker is because I was gone to more shootouts.
That makes sense.
Yeah. All right. So
Anyway,
they beat Florida
got
four
my
to one.
soapbox. Yeah,
Wall and net. Stetcher a goal and an assist. Then they beat Carolina 5-1. Wall and net again. This is where he gets hurt. Hildeby has to come in and finish out the game. Nyes a goal and an assist in this game, and then they lose to Montreal in a shootout. Hildeby in net, saving 33 of 34. They were 0
pretty
for
good.
8 on the power play, 7 for 8 on the penalty kill with shorthanded goal 4. McMahon is their top player with 2 goals and 2 assists, and that is it.
It's wild that McMahon is their top player.
Yep.
All right, well, there you go. That's week 9 of the NHL season. Thank you guys for listening. As always, we can be found wherever podcasts are found. Give us a rate, review, subscribe wherever applicable. And we will be back next week for week 10 of the NHL season
Yeah.
on Clay's birthday.
Woo.
At the same puck time.
Same puck place.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.